Big 3 edition of the LBA. Yeah, Bob. It's a Big 3 edition with Carlos leading the way with the first shot. Big 3 edition because some men might be out there protesting, perhaps. I don't know, Bob. But the city's in curfew. It's on lockdown. There's army people on the streets. But we represent the LBA and we're here to take a stand on the court. That's right, Bob. Oh no, Bob, they're running a full court 3-on-3, Bob. This is unprecedented. You know what? I rarely see this. You rarely see this in the books. 3-on-3 full court press. Unbelievable, Bob. As the field general dribbles inside, takes it up and up. And a good defense by Oscar. And Augie with an almost grab pass. Grab pass? Is that even a thing? Almost grabbed it. As Oscar delivered a strong but off-target pass. And here comes Nando with the ball, taking it across the midway point. Nando outside to Chato, and Chato with the ball. Chato inside to Carlos, and Carlos, the field general, backs him up. Oh, up! And here comes, with the help, Loose Cat gets the block. And there's Loose Cat on the other end. And Loose Cat goes up and goes in. You know what? Loose Cat gets loose sometimes, and guess what? You got to contend with that. There's no way you're going to stop him when Loose Cat gets loose. And Chato with the shot. Oh, iron shot, Chato. Unbelievable, Bob. He's got iron sights in those eyes, Bob. Try saying iron shot Chato 3 times. Iron shot Chato, iron shot Chato, iron shot Chato. Not bad. As Carlos passes the ball inside to Oscar. And he gives it up to Augie. Augie with the ball at the 3-way point. Augie dribbles right, dribbles left. Dribbles, puts it up. And Nando with the rebound. Hands it off to Chato as we get you close up to the action. There's plenty of room on the court, Bob. It allows the camera crew to get so close to the action. And Chato with the ball. Backs up. Chato. Inside to the field general. The field general looks out. Can he school the Loose Cat? And he takes him off the mark. Oh, and the rebound stolen off his hand, Bob. And there's Nando with the ball. Nando back to Carlos. And Carlos with the ball loses it off his foot, Bob. He was right there. And sometimes, you know, you think you got the move until you don't, Bob. That's one of those things. And here comes Loose Cat. Inside. Pass. Too deep. Miscommunication there, Bob. As the men communicate right now about it, Bob. What could they be saying to each other? Yeah, man, try to pass it to my hands. Yeah, perhaps that's a better idea. I think that's what they would be saying. And Augie, one of the stars of the LBA, out here getting it. Nando versus Augie, midway point. With the ball. Dribbles. The pump. And here comes Chato. Chato crosses. Chato dances. Chato shoots. Off the mark, Bob. And there's the ball inside. And the make, Bob. What a make, Bob. What a make by Nando. Here comes Augie. Augie inside. Takes it in. Euro steps. Oh, and in high fashion puts it in. Retaliation for the last shot, Bob. Retaliate quickly and swiftly as the ball comes out to Carlos. And Carlos dribbles. Field general out to Nando. Nando outside to Chato. And Chato with the ball inside to Carlos. And Carlos backs him up to Nando. And Nando pumps. Nando out to Loose Cat. Loose Cat runs it. Here comes Loose Cat. On the loose to Oscar. Oscar puts it in. And the ball goes deep, Bob. And off the mark. I can't believe how deep that one went. That's what she said. And Augie with the ball. Augie. Loose Cat with the ball. Augie right in front of me. Loose Cat. Pass inside to Oscar. Oscar with the ball. Oscar. Backs him up. Oscar. Out to Loose Cat. And Loose Cat with the shot. And the make. What a shot by Loose Cat, Bob. Clutch. Ice in his veins. And here comes Chato. Chato with the iron shot. Off the mark. Augie with the one-handed rebound. Backs him up. Augie. Dribbles midway point. Augie. Pulls up. Augie. Puts it off and out. And the rebound, gathered up and cleaned up by Oscar. For the presence of mind to clean it up, Bob. That's what you need underneath, Bob. Here comes Carlos, the field general, with the ball. As the camera pans around. As the city is burning, we're here playing basketball. Simple as that, Bob. Everybody out there doing their thug thizzle, doing too much or too little. I don't know. Depends on which way you see it, Bob. And speaking of, don't forget to check out our special Bob Reports video where we discuss the downtown LA riots from May 30th. And here comes the field general with the ball. And there's the pump off the mark. Inside to Chato. And Chato with the ball. Chato outside to Nando. And Nando inside to Carlos. Carlos with the ball. Carlos. Off the mark. Oscar with the rebound. You know, I got to tell you right now, it's one of those situations where you look outward toward downtown, you can see all the choppers, and there's a shot by Loose Cat. All the choppers out in full force. Military choppers too. Black Hawks. It is getting to a critical situation in our society. So we have to unite. We have to come together. And we know that we're all human beings and we should all love each other. That's my message to the fans of the community. We should all love each other here. We should all be proud to be alive, be happy to be alive, be proud to know each other, just be cool, man. Pretty much. Be cool. You know? And the ball inside. Between the legs. Here comes Chato with the layup. And in. Now, sometimes, you know, they say that riots are the voice of the unheard. So perhaps that is the situation in LA right now. People want to be heard. That's right, boss. Sometimes, you know, the voiceless use this as a platform for their voice to be heard. And I hope we resolve this. I hope it comes to not a happy ending, but at least an ending we can live with. And the ball off the mark by Nando. At least an ending we can live with and that this community can be proud of, and hopefully Los Angeles can recover and the rest of the country can too. And we can make some new rules. New rules as to what officers may need to do out on the field. That's interesting, Bob. Interesting perspective there. Yeah, come on, take real change, put change into policy, or I don't know. You know, more jobs. I mean, it's rough out there. As it goes off the mark by Nando. Nando out to Loose Cat. But either way, I just want our viewers to be safe. I want our viewers to stay safe. Our ballers here at the LBA wish you nothing but the best. And hopefully we can get through this together. That's the main thing. That's right, Bob. You know, life is more important than anything else. It's a beautiful thing. That's right. And the ball off the mark, recovered by Chato. Was that enough political talk for you today, Bob? That's about enough. Chato crosses with the shot off the mark. You know, the thing is that off the mark and out of bounds. The thing about it is that, you know, it's a complicated situation. There's no easy answers. But we have to come together. That's the bottom line. That's right, Bob. And the ball. Nando dribbles. Nando shoots it. Off the mark. And here comes Carlos with the ball. Carlos. Dribbles. Carlos. Backs him up. Carlos. Crosses. Carlos. Pumps. And lays it up with the left hand and in, Bob. What a shot by the field general. Savvy ways. You know what? Maybe they could use the field general out there in the streets right now, controlling the crowds. Maybe he can't. They can't use his field viewing skills. As Nando puts it between the leg twice, but gets it stolen by Loose Cat, and the ball goes in. And Chato with the ball dribbles across the midway point. Chato crosses. Chato inside the pump inside to Carlos, and Carlos. And there's the rebound, Bob. Hopefully the National Guard won't have to resort to extreme measures. Hopefully people can come together, you know. After all, love is the way, Bob. That indeed it is. That indeed it is. You know? We're just a bunch of... We're just dust in the wind, Bob. Dust in the wind. All we are is dust in the wind. Ooh. That song is not mistaken. As the men take a small break to recover their Pedialyte. I mean their you know, whatever Gatorade helps you recover. Hey, what is the thing that Gatorade helps you recover? Electrolytes. The electrolytes, not the Pedialytes. And the ball inside. Inside to Carlos. And Carlos pumps. It takes him off his feet and goes up. Off the mark, Bob. Outside to Augie. Augie with the ball. Augie crosses. Augie inside. One-handed. Right hand. And then Bob. This guy right here, Bob, pulling out all the stunts today. Chato with the ball. Crosses. Chato with the ball. Crosses some more. Chato. Captain America style. Crosses again. Inside. And the ball inside with a beautiful lay-in to the field general. Looks like he's caught him a few times jumping already, Bob. And here comes Oscar. Can he come back? Can he make a comeback on this one? Chato switches up on him. Oscar crosses. Oscar crosses between the legs. Puts it back. Outside to Loose Cat. And Loose Cat can't converge, Bob. You know what? That was a perfect play right there. You had to pass it out when, they converge on you that much. And Augie with the ball. As the miss goes on the other end. Augie goes up. Augie across the midway point. Augie pumps. Augie outside. Inside. Oscar. Up easy and smooth. With the ball. Oh, Chato. Dribbles inside. Chato. And throws it in, Bob. He took it like lightning there, Bob. You have to be speedy if you want to keep up with this young fella. And here comes the cross. Here comes Oscar. The savviness. And the shot is off the mark there, Bob. A lot of people don't know that Oscar is still playing through an injury here, Bob. Yeah, that's one of those things that's a tough thing to do, but even tougher to actually do it. And the ball. Outside to Loose Cat. Loose Cat pumps. Loose Cat. And there's a strip. Last with your thumb. It's a beautiful thing, Bob, but the men can agree on a call and stick to it. That's the beauty of this game, Bob. And the shot, and that was terribly off, Bob. They shot for that one, Bob. Who has possession? Not Loose Cat, for sure. Because he totally missed that one, Bob. That's the way it happens sometimes. You shoot it off your back foot, and that's it, right? Isn't that right, Loose Cat? Don't shoot off your back foot no more, Loose Cat. You gotta jump it. Follow it through. As Nando takes it across the midway point. Nando with the ball. Nando. And the tropical shorts. Nando. Crosses over there. Nando off the... Oh my goodness, what a move, Bob. What a move. That's a classic move right there, Bob. Took it strong. As Chato gets it. Chato puts it up and puts it in. What a make, Bob. What a make. Took it the other way as quick as they could blink. And the ball. Loose Cat. Loose Cat with the layup. Loose Cat off the mark. Looks like Loose Cat's rushing it a little bit, Bob. Inside to Nando. Nando puts it in easy and smooth. Looks like, that's the thing about 3-on-3 long press basketball. You start finding out who's playing defense and who ain't based on the small amount of guys on the court. Yeah, it's one of those things where if it's man-to-man, you got to stay with your guy, Bob. That's right, Bob. And Oscar puts it up, off the mark. Augie with the ball. Augie out to Loose Cat and Loose Cat. Another sinker, Bob. Another sinker, not a stinker, Bob. Good job, Loose Cat. And the ball into Chato. Chato. The Captain America sweats on. Chato. Can he deliver a hero move? Chato. Chato. Can he do it? Chato crosses. Chato. And he finds Carlos. Carlos on the outside. Carlos. Looks for options. Carlos. Out to Nando. And Nando dribbles. Right-handed. Out to Chato. And Chato. Can he find the area, the space where he's comfortable to get it off? Here he comes on the other end. Inside. Dime pass. Oh, off the mark, Bob. As the field general realizes he can dribble and does so, Nando with the ball. Nando looks for Chato, and Chato outside. Back on the outside. At the midway point. He says, get out of my way, fellas. This is my time. And there's a shot, Bob. Gets it off the mark. Augie with the ball. Augie crosses the midway point. Augie. Up and in, Bob. Up and in, Bob. That is correct. That was up and in so pretty. And here comes Carlos across the midway point. Carlos pumps and he shoots. Carlos off the mark. And Augie with the ball. Augie passes outside to Oscar. And Oscar inside. And there goes Chato with the steal. And Chato crosses the midway point. Chato crosses again. Chato. And there's a shot. And Loose Cat with the rebound. Loose Cat, the foul. The foul by Nando. He had to do something about that one, Bob, or else he was going to make it. For sure. And the men take it in stride, as always. Now some of our other feisty games we've had. They've been pretty feisty lately, Bob. And the ball, inside. Inside to Oscar. To Augie. Oscar to Augie. Augie crosses. Augie between the legs. Augie to Loose Cat. Loose Cat with the gold chain. Loose Cat. 24 carry. Puts it up. Off the mark. And there's Carlos with the rebound. And Nando by himself again backpedaling. Oh my goodness. Looks like he can't get that one, Bob. He had to foul immediately, Bob, or else that was going to go in, Bob. That's exactly what happened there. Either he fouled or that's a make. That's exactly correct, Bob. And there's a shot off the mark. To Oscar. Oscar with the ball. Oscar crosses the midway mark. Oscar inside. Oscar backs up. Oscar between the legs. Oscar keeps it alive. Oscar to Loose Cat. Loose Cat keeps it loose. Loose Cat pumps and he shoots off the mark. To Augie. Augie gathers it. They don't need a three-pointer, he says, Bob. Give me 1 point. That's all we need. Augie crosses. Augie. Augie. In the Camo's Nike shirt. Augie. Augie dribbles. Augie crosses. Augie behind the back. Augie between the legs. Augie passes out. Oh! And there he goes, Bob. You know what? It was getting feisty out there right now, Bob. There's lockdown defense, but even more so than that, the offense was trying to penetrate. But the defense remained locked.
I was waiting for you to go in.
That's right, Bob. And there's the ball inside to Augie. And Augie and the Camo Nike. Augie crosses. Augie takes a large step.
Right here. Never mind.
Ah.
Shot.
Can Loose Cat put an end to this catastrophe? To this. What's the word I'm looking for? Well, I'll think of it later. Not catastrophe. That's a bad thing. That's another word. To this. Can he put an end to this? I don't know. I'll think about it. Anyways. Ernie with the ball. Ernie puts it inside to Augie. And Augie inside to Oscar. And Oscar cleans it up. Nice and smooth. It looks like I've got next, Bob. Will I be effective in the game? I don't know. I might. But we're gonna have to check. As Oscar wins it on 3-on-3 long press basketball. Long press basketball is a beautiful game, Bob. I really enjoy 3-on-3 long press. It makes you feel like you gotta go in for the long haul. It's more 1-on-1 versus 3-on-3 because you got individual matchups highlighted, Bob, at 3-on-3 and the long press. Field General, what do you think about the long press 3-on-3?
Great game, good hustle.
Good hustle.
That's all you can ask for.
That's exactly correct. The Field General lets you know it's good hustle, and that's all you can hope for, Bob. In these times, when the city burns and protests occur and change is on the horizon, will we be able to better ourselves as a country? Or will we take several steps back? It's all up to us, Bob. Just remember that we are all one under the higher power, and we should be compassionate to each other. Till next time.